Hello makeup freaks and welcome back to my channel. I am using a different camera. I'm using my webcam. I'm going to just like check it out and see like how it looks. But I have a very sad video, or at least sad video for me personally. And what I have to tell you is that I lost a piercing. Here is, if you can see, the little bitty jewelry that I lost, and it is missing a ball on the end, which is kind of where it started to go wrong. I think when I did my tattoo and piercing video, I talked about that I have lost the ball on my Rook piercing. And unfortunately, the piercer that had pierced my Rook left the shop a little while after that, so I couldn't just like go to her and say like, hey, I need a new ball. And I didn't really want to go to the shop and be like, hey, this person pierced me, could you put a new ball on? I probably should have, but I didn't. So a couple weeks ago, Lily was playing around. She does like to roughhouse, and I don't really remember what she was doing, but whatever, she like kind of caught with her finger underneath the piercing while it was still in my ear. So kind of like her finger went this way, and it ripped a little bit. I could tell it had ripped a little. It was really, really sore. It didn't bleed, but it was extremely painful. I have actually had some piercing kind of rip a little bit before, particularly like in the ear area, and they would heal up. I've never actually had a piercing migrate out before, except for my belly button. Navel piercings are known to do that, so with that I wasn't necessarily that worried, but I was very surprised when this happened. So it kind of ripped a little bit, but I was like, okay, just let me doctor it, let me take care of it, it will be okay. I thought, like, it's in cartilage, it's not going to go anywhere. Well, it had kind of would be feeling okay for a little bit, and then it would get sore again, and I kind of felt like that it was kind of migrating a little bit, like in the back of my mind when I would clean it, I was like, yeah, it kind of feels like it's migrating a little, but I think it's going to be fine. I was just like, no, 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 it'll be fine. And then the day before yesterday, literally, I just kind of, like, my ear was itching, and I reached up, and my jewelry just fell out. It fell in my lap, and I'm like, oh my gosh, because this is a little piece of jewelry. Like, you can see just how little. Let's see if I can get, yeah, it's like super little. So I was like, oh my gosh, but I was able to grab it, and I was like trying to poke it back in my ear. Now I will show you what my ear looks like in a minute, but I was trying to like poke it in. I couldn't feel it. I asked Anastasia to come because she has put it in before when it has fallen out, and she was like, Mom, I don't see the hole. And I'm like, what? And so I like ran to the bathroom, and sure enough, like it had migrated like all the way out and just like fallen out of my ear. So I hope that you can kind of see right there. You can see it's kind of like there's a little extra piece of skin right there. It's not as sore as it was, and it's not as red, but it definitely has some healing to do. It's not infected. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a root piercing in that ear again. I may have to get one on this side, or I may decide like maybe it's just not for me. I know I am going to get my tragus pierced, but this is super, super sad. I'm kind of like very upset because a root piercing had been something that I probably wanted for a good 8 years. I do take a long time to like make up my mind, like, yes, this is the piercing I want, and then of course I get busy with kids or whatever. But that had been something that I wanted for a very long time. I wanted to share with you my piercing sadness today. Hopefully pretty soon I'm going to stretch my ears up, and I will like show you that because they're getting like super loose. Like I can just like, woo, look at that. Super loose. I hope you enjoyed hearing my sorrows, and I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.